Hello. Hi, guys.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Devraj, Balaji, and Ramakrishnan, Sanjeev, all of you. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Hi, good evening. Hi, Balaji. Good evening. Here, heavy rain here. Too much rain. Okay. Just wait for 3 to 4 minutes. We will start here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, shall we start now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you getting any kind of noise from my side, guys? Any noise are you getting from my side?
No, it's good.
Okay, okay, because you hear heavy rain, giving so much sound also. Okay, fine. So now, can we enter into the subject now? Can we enter into the subject?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now today we are going to installing Git and GitHub. Git and GitHub. See, here already I have it. Already I have installed this one. Now I'm going to I'm going to uninstalling this one from beginning. Don't worry about that who haven't installed that. Okay, I'll tell that where we need to start it. First I'm going to remove this.
So I have one doubt.
Yes,
So is this a Windows environment, Windows machine, or it's a
yes.
some other machine?
First of all, we can install on Windows machine.
Okay,
Okay. After that, we will install on Linux also.
sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See, already we have installed Git. Already we have installed Git. How can we recognize? Whenever you click mouse right button, we'll get pop-up menu. So whenever you are seeing this Git bash Git GUI, it's me in our machine already Git available. Not able to see, if you're not seeing by mouse pop-up menu these two items, but Git install, but we are not able to see. We are not seeing these two options. It's mean maybe you remove those two options while installing Git. But how can we recognize either installed or not? Apply that as CMD. Yes, now Git. See, whenever you will get this information, it's me in our machine Git installed. Git installed. Now I'm going to remove this one. First of all, let me remove these credentials. So yes, already we have configured Git credentials. Now I'm going to remove this one. Yes, remove. Yes, I have removed it. Next, I'm going to uninstalling this Git bash. Yes. Yes. Successfully gone. Successfully we have removed it. Now you can check it. See, by the pop-up menu, it's not available. And you can check here by CMD also. Git. Git is not recognized as an internal or external command of a full program or bash file. You can check in your machine. Guys, if you want to follow me, try to check your machine, who are having your labs. If you want to follow me, try to apply that. Try to apply.
Sir, mine is Ubuntu machine.
Yes, please wait. Please wait. I'll show that how to install in Ubuntu also and CentOS also. Let's see that.
Sure, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, yes, who want to follow me? You can follow me like that. See, present we don't have it. Present we don't have Git. Now, this is the first time. Yes, this is the starting. Now, today's task to install the Git on Windows After installing that, creating the user in GitHub. After that, configuring the Git in local machine. After that, we need to create the files, and after that, commit that files and push to central repository. Central repository. See, today's task, what we are doing here is, imagine it. This is our local machine, local laptop. It's mean our laptops, local systems, either desktop or what is that? Okay, notebook or laptop or whatever that. Yes, it's a local machine. In our local machine, already we tested Git not available in our machine. Now, what we are doing that we are going to having one more link. It's calling as a SCM Hub, source code management GitHub server. GitHub server. It's located in the remote. It's the open source. It's the open source. Present we don't have our own server. Present we don't have our own server. Now what we are doing that we are going to creating one user account in existing an open source server. Someone offering to access or to store our data in the remote. See, this is our local machine. This is our local machine. Yes, in local machine, what we have to do? Yes, we are having some steps. Yes, in local machine, some steps are here. Guys, are getting any echo sound from me? Yes, now. In local mission, one, download git bash, install git bash, Step 3, configure git user name and mail ID. 4, create the files by using Linux commands. Next, add commit push. While pushing, files first time need to need to set user GitHub login username and password. These are the steps where in local machine. Next one. And what is that? Repository configure is third one. Clone the repository. Clone the remote GitHub server repository. Promote GitHub server repository. Which one we have created in the GitHub? We need to clone it. Then enter into the cloned repo. Cloned repo. Then these are common. Now here in GitHub, I mean in the remote server or remote hub. One. Create user account. Create user account. Create a repository. First of all, create a user account and verify the user account by registered mail ID, then create the new repository in user account, then click on code button, copy your repository URL. Next, move to your local system. Okay, your local system. Yes, what we do? Yes, in our local system, we need to follow from where? Okay. This after next move to our local machine. When after copying the URL. Copy the URL. See, now we are having two process. One GitHub server, one local machine. Now I am going to creating one mail ID. That's not my birthday. Now
Sir, is it like there is a GitHub server and we
Yes.
will
No, no.
be
Now, if you want to create GitHub user account, we should have one valid mail ID. Okay.
okay.
We should have one valid mail ID. Yes, so for previous accounts already I have used number of mail IDs. Okay, no chance to create one more one. So that reason I'm choosing one new one. Now copy this one. Yes. Now yes, you can use your mail ID. If you haven't created your GitHub account, now you can use existing mail ID. Now try to follow me. All of you guys, if you are going to creating user account in the GitHub, try to follow me. Open your browser. Now apply that github.com. github.com. Yes, already have this. This is my old one. Now I'm going to sign out in for creating new one. Yes, now I'm going to creating new one. Yes, first time you can see like this. You can see like this. Whenever you launch that GitHub, you will get like this. Okay, you can't see this one also. These are also empty. Okay, first time you will get like this. Now click on that sign up. Click on that sign up. Now create user account. That should be unique. Automatically a database will check. Database will check from GitHub. Now okay, this is my user account. Now okay, that's my user account. Now existing mail ID. Just now which one we have created. Now password. Now just now click on that verify. The spiral galaxy. Okay. Yes. Now how many people are following me? Please guys, please let me know. If you are following me, I can wait for seconds. Yes. Please let me know. Guys, no one are following me. Can I continue? Okay, fine.
Sir, I'm doing it actually.
Okay. Yes, what we did that. Open github.com. Now click on that to sign up. Once you click on that sign up, it will ask that details to fill that.
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Okay, fine. Now click on that create account. Step 1 over in the GitHub. Yes, you can save it for future purpose if you are using your personal laptop. No, Siddhanta. Yes, guys, are you audible to me? All of you, please let me know.
Sir, are you able to hear me?
Hello,
Hello.
Siddhanta. Yes. Yes, I'm audible to you.
Okay,
Yes,
then.
I'm audible to you.
Okay. Then I was replying, but I thought I was not audible to you. Yeah, you are audible.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Now, everything fine now? Can we continue?
Yeah. Yes. Please.
Okay, fine. See now, what is the use of GitHub? Which purpose you are going to use in GitHub? Software engineer? Are you student? Are you product manager? Are you UX design? Or data analyst? Okay, or marketing? Yes. Teacher or other? Yes. How much programming experience do you have? Yes. If you want to say, you can say something. You can say something. Or else. See, what do you plan to use Git for? Learn to code, learn Git and GitHub, host a project, that's calling as a repository. Yes, you can choose which one you want. Okay, I'm interested in default. Yes, languages, frameworks, or you can see. Yes, interested in which one? Yes, scripting. Okay. Scripting. Present I'm using scripting. Okay, and Python. Okay. Python. Okay. Yes. Now ML scripting. You can say whatever you want. Need not to say. Now click on that complete setup. Yes. Now we got one mail. Now we got one mail from GitHub to our Gmail inbox. Now go back. Yes, what is that mail ID?
Sir, is this session getting recorded?
Yes, sorry. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Got it, no? This one. Just do it. Yes, now we got it. Now, yes, see what we are doing here. Create user account, verify the user account by register mail ID. Okay, now we are going to verifying this one. Just click on that inbox mail ID. Yes, verify mail address. Yes, now create a repository. You can choose create repository. Yes, see. Now what we are doing that? Create new repository in our account. Now, so this is our user account. This is the GitHub login user. In this user, now we are going to creating one repository. Just keep in mind, GitHub having two kinds of repositories, one public and one private. If you are going to using public, you need not to pay a single paisa. But keep in mind, be aware of this one. If you are using public account, you should not upload your personal data. You should not upload any kind of your personal information, because if you upload your data or whatever, who want to get the information related to their needs, whenever the browser or user apply in the GitHub, sorry, in the browser, in the search engine, whenever they are going to apply that related to your data, keyword, any keyword, automatically it links to your GitHub. Automatically links to your user account. Okay. Yes. If it is required, if they are having any kind of need with your data, yes, they can use that one. They can use your data. So that reason, please keep in mind, you should not upload your personal information. Okay, next one, private. If you are using private, it's not a free of cost. It's not a free of cost. Complete paid service. Maybe you need to pay $7 per month. $7 per month. If you are using private, you have to register with your bank account, bank details. You have to pay the amount. So present we are using public repository because which one we are going to upload into GitHub, that's not important for me. That's not important for me. That's not my important data. So that is that I'm choosing public. Now, whenever you are going to creating repository, keep in mind, try to add this one. Okay. For we can maintain long description, or you can write something inside that which purpose you are going to creating, what you are going to placing in your repository. Okay, we can write it. Don't forget it. Now, create repository. Now, successfully we have created one repository. Successfully we have created one repository. Before creating repository, we have created user. That one also successfully created, that one. After that, we logged into that and we have created one more. We created one more, that repository with the name of DevOps. Now, next one. Next one. So click on code button. Click on code button. Yes, you can see. This is the code button. Before taking this one, we need to install Git in our local machine. We need to install Git in our machine because if you want to get this repository from remote to local, we should have Git. We should have Git in our local machine. Then only it's possible to get the repository from remote to local. Okay. With other commands, with other language, or with other any kind of operating system commands, we should not get it. Not able to get it from remote to local. We should have Git in our local machine. Yes, now part one small pending due to we haven't installed Git in our machine. Now what we are doing that? Now we are going to downloading. Now we are going to downloading Git bash to local machine. Now once again open our browser. Open new tab. Open new tab. Yes, Git downloads. Git downloads. Git downloads. Now click on that Git downloads Git SCM link. Click on that Git downloads. Git downloads Git SCM link. Mr. Who are going to using that Ubuntu?
Yes, sir. It's me.
Okay. Please try to update that apt-get update.
Okay, sir. No problem.
apt-get update -y. Maybe it will take a couple of minutes if I haven't updated recently. Please let me know that. Okay. Now, who are following Windows on Windows? Now, after opening this page, just click on this one single click. See, this is the latest version 2.28.0 for Windows. Just click on that. Just click on that. Only single click. That's it. You don't. Yes, now you don't click on this page. So already I have downloaded. Now I'm going to, okay, removing that. Yes, I have removed it. Now what I'm doing that, I'm going to saving in downloads location. Yes, it's already showing that, but click on it. Maybe in your machine it won't ask that. Yes, download success. In my mission, download over. Please guys, how many people are following me? Please let me know. I can wait for some time. If you are not following me, I can continue. Okay.
So apt-get update is done for me.
Yes. It's over.
Yeah, it is done.
Okay. Now apt-get install. apt-get apt-get space -install. Not apt-get space install git space -y. Git space -y. Just wait, I'll show you. Just wait. Okay, in Windows. First of all, I'm calling that Windows. Okay, now click on that. Okay, open this folder. Now just double click on that. Guys, it will ask that one wizard. Yes, just click on that. Yes, once you click on that, it will ask that confirmation yes or no. Just click on that. But maybe you can't see this one. Okay, now we can't see you can't see this one. I can see only in my mission. Okay, now GNU. Okay, GNU not for Unix. It is the general public license. Git is the open source. Git is the open source and free of cost software. So that reason they are going to announcing that public license. Okay, now click on that. Next. Now we are going to installing Git 64-bit. We are going to installing Git 64-bit. Keep in mind, how can we recognize which one is the 64-bit, which one is the 32-bit? See, automatically, if you are using 32-bit operating system, automatically your browser will give to information GitHub. GitHub will download or browser will download 32-bit application. Automatically itself will download 32-bit. If you are using 64-bit, automatically itself it will download 64-bit application. How can we recognize? Are we using 32-bit? Are we using 64-bit? We can see from here also. From here also, see system type 64-bit operating system. I'm using 64-bit operating system. Now here also we can see, once you open that local disk C, we can see two types, that program files x86 and program files. We can see two. Yes, program files belongs to 64-bit. Program files belongs to 64-bit. Program files x86 belongs to 32-bit. Program files x86 belongs to 32-bit. So now we are going to installing 32-bit. We are going to installing, sorry, 64-bit. We are going to installing that. Now click on that next. So that is removing that program files. Okay, you can see here. See, yes, now I'm going to remove this one. Already it's available. Okay, yes, gone. Now you can close it. Now click on that. Next. See, whenever you are going to installing Git, you don't remove these two options, Git bash here, Git here. After installing Git, whenever you click mouse right button, we can see in this pop-up menu. If you remove these two options, we can't see in mouse pop-up menu. So that reason, keep in mind, you don't remove these two options. Now click on that next. Yes, now it's going to installing one folder in start menu. Automatically create one in start menu. Yes, click on that next. Yes, now we are going to using Git providing VIM tool, visual interface mode, like that notepad. Yes, in Windows we are calling that notepad. For what? To edit, to modify, to update, to create, okay, to insert data in file. Like VIM and VI also both editors, visual interface or visual interface mode. Both are the related to Linux. See, you can see here. Also that, just wait. Yes, that VI and VIM pure related to Linux. In Linux, that is the editor. Editor for what? To edit the data, or if you want to create a new file, if you want to modify the data, or if you want to update the data, or if you want to delete the data in file. Yes, we are going to using, yes, VI. Yes, now cd/root. Yes, now, yes, see, we don't have any kind of a now VI Ravi. Yes, I'm going to inserting data. See, you can whatever you want. See, for editing purpose. Now VIM also. Okay, yes. See. Okay. Both are editors. Yes. In Windows also, that whenever you install this one, Git providing one editor to edit the file, to modify for modifying data, for deleting data, to or replacing data, whatever you want. Yes, you can do by using this editor. Now click on next. Yes, Git from the command line and also from third-party software. Yes, we can use Git software commands and third-party commands also. Okay. Yes, click on that next. If you want it, yes, you can use. It's a recommended. Now, so we are going to using that OpenSSH. OpenSSH we can use for OpenSSH, like that putty also. Okay. Yes, click on that link. Now use OpenSSL is related to some library files, SSL certificates. By default we are getting that. Yes, you can use this one. Okay. Yes, see, server certificates will be valid using this. Okay. Yes, now click on that. Yes, so check out Windows style commits, Unix styles. Yes, we can use for both Linux, whatever you want. Yes, you can use for Windows and Linux style. Click on next. Use mini TTY. Mini TTY mean just see, if you go for Linux, just close this one. Yes, see, now if you launch terminal, see, this is the mini terminal. Yes, here also in OS CMD. See, this is also mini terminal. Yes, Git bash providing one terminal to apply or for using Git commands, and some other third-party commands, like that Linux commands we can use, Java commands we can use, whatever you want. Yes, you can use it. See, this is the terminals. Git bash also providing one terminal. Yes, now we are choosing that one. Yes, use mini TTY. Or else if you want to work with Git commands by default Windows console, yes, you can use it. Okay. Yes, I'm going to installing default terminal. Okay, now click on that next. Yes, default fast forward merge commands. If you want to merge git pull or git fetch, like that, yes, we can apply this command. Yes, this is related to little bit subject. Once you learn little bit subject, then you can understand about this one. Okay, present you don't have a little bit. What is that git pull command where we can use like that? Okay, now click on that. Next. Yes, Git credentials manager. If you want to change any like that, any username, passwords, or something like that, yes, you can use this one in future purpose. Okay, now click on that. Okay, enable file system caching, enable symbolic links. If you want to create links or something like that, yes, you can use symbolic links. Okay, if you want, or else you can leave it. Okay, now click on next. Yes, enable experimental support for sudo consoles. Sudo consoles mean, yes, if you don't have that, what is that root user permissions? Yes, you can use this one for sudo as a sudo user. Okay, if you are interested, you can use, or else you can leave it. Now, we are going to installing Git. And Mr. Yes, don't. Okay, successfully we have installed Git. If you want to see release notes, you can use that one, or else you can remove that one. Now finish. Click on next. That's it. Now you can see wherever you want. Yes, accept browser locations. Accept browser locations. Move to computer, my computer. Yes. Here also you can't see that one. Open any one disk or folder. Yes, you can see that. Now click mouse right button. Click mouse right button. Yes, now see. Git bash. Git bash here. Git GUI here. Yes, wherever you want. Yes, wherever you want. Yes, you can click. Yes, local disk C. Yes, now you can.
Sir, what's
Yes.
the difference between Git bash and Git
Git and
bash? Are they same or they have different?
see. Here we are going to installing only Git. Already bash is there. Bash means shell. Born again shell. Born again shell. Okay. Actually, that Git developed for Linux platform. Git developed for Linux platforms. But if you want to use on Windows also, yes, it will come with Git plus bash. It will come with shell console. We can execute shell commands, Linux shell commands. On Git bash, we can execute shell commands also, along with Git commands. But here it's already here. Git, what is that? Yes, bash already available here. In Linux machine, by default, we are getting bash. You need not install that. But what you have to do, you need to install Git only. You need to install Git only. Yes, RPM space -qi docker. Yes, already we have installed that. System ctl start docker. Just wait. If I want to use that CentOS Ubuntu, I don't have right now. I don't have Ubuntu. If I want to install that OS, it will take a couple of hours. So I can't spend that much of time. So that reason we are having one more powerful tool. Yes, containerization tool, Docker. On any platform. On any platform, you can install Docker. Yes, you can run that. Now, Docker PS, Docker images. Yes, I have CentOS. Now I am going to pulling that Ubuntu. Docker pull Ubuntu. Present, I don't have that Ubuntu OS. Is asking that now how to install Git on Ubuntu. So that reason I am going to using this one. Matter of minutes. Yes, we got it. Yes, Docker images. Now we are having Ubuntu OS. Now I am going to, this is the image or snapshot. Now what I am doing that I am going to creating one VM. Now I am going to creating one VM. Yes, Docker run -itd -itd. Yes. Docker.io. Yes. -itd. -name. Yes. Ubuntu. Yes. Now I'm going to assign that bin bash. Now Docker attach Ubuntu server. Yes. See, this is the Ubuntu server. Cat space / etc os - release. See, Ubuntu OS. If you move to host mission, that's the CentOS. So now I'm moving to host mission. Yes, this is the host mission. This is not Ubuntu. Cat space / etc os - release. See, this is the CentOS. This is the CentOS mission. But it's the Ubuntu. Okay, name Ubuntu. Now what I'm doing that? Yes, apt-get update-y. First of all, we need to update it. Just a matter of seconds. If you have high-speed internet, Master who are going to try to install Git and Ubuntu, try to follow me same steps. We will back after finishing this one. We are doing in 2 platforms. Platform 1 Windows, platform 2 Ubuntu. Platform 2 Ubuntu. Okay, success. Now you can apply once again. Done. Okay, now apt-get install git space -y. Yes, before that, try to see that git space -, version. See, we don't have it. We don't have in our mission. Now, what I'm doing that? Yes, apt-get install git space -y. This one also matter of seconds or below 1 minute. It will take time. That whenever you are having high speed internet, because need to be downloaded, no? So that reason it completely depends on hardware and the bandwidth speed. These all are the packages. These all are the packages going to downloading them. Yes, successfully finished. Now it's going to unpacking. Automatically it will install that. Yes, gone. Now you can check it. Git space -, version 2.25.1. 2.25.1. Okay, Git successful. Now what we are doing that? Now I'm coming back. Now I'm coming back to Windows. Yes, successfully we have installed Git. Now what next? Mr. Who are going to installing in what is that Ubuntu? After installing that Git, yes, the same steps you can follow me. Whatever I'm doing in Linux mission, sorry, in Windows mission, yes, same you can do on Ubuntu also. Yes, now what next? What we did 2 tasks. Yes, install git bash, and what next? We need to clone the repository. We need to clone the repository. See, copy your repository URL. After copying this one, yes, we are entering into the 3rd step in local mission. We downloaded and installed git bash in our local mission. After that, what we are doing that? We are going to cloning the repository from remote to local. Now move to GitHub. Just click here. Now click on that code. Now click on this clip pad. Yes, you can't see any kind of changes, but 2 changes will happen. One, it will copy the URL, it will select and it will copy the URL. Itself it will select and copy the URL. But we can't see that. Now minimize this one. Don't close it. Don't close it. Yes, now move to your local machine. Yes, in any one location except local disk C. Local disk C. Yes, move to any one location. Now create one folder with the name of Git practice or Git projects or Git repositories or Git whatever you want. Yes, create one folder. This is our understanding purpose. Okay, actually no need to create this one. No need to create this one. Keep in mind, in future, if you are going to create cloning number of repositories, which one related to Git, which one is not related to Git. See, these all are not related to Git. Yes, these all are not related to Git. If I'll download, if I'll create, or if I clone number of repositories, how can we understand which one is related to Git, which one is not related to Git? So that reason, whatever you want to clone the repository in future, you can put in one single folder. Okay, so that reason we are going to create one folder with the name of Git. But this folder or this directory not having kind of any relation between, with Git or GitHub. It's not having any kind of relation Git or GitHub. This is complete our understanding purpose. Git repos. Okay, Git repos. Okay, you can create our Git practice or something, whatever you want. Okay, yes, now click mouse right button. Yes, click on that Git bash. Click on that Git bash. Now see, this is the mini terminal. Already explained this one. We got this mini terminal from the GitHub. Git bash. Now maximize it. Now try to increase the font size. We are having two kinds of keywords. One, Control plus Shift plus plus. Control plus Shift plus plus. And one more, only Control plus plus. Control plus plus. Control plus Shift plus plus key. Same shortcut key we can use in original Linux also. See, if you want to increase font size, Control plus Shift plus plus. See, Control plus Shift plus plus. Yes, the same single key in Git bash and in Linux. Yes, Control minus. Control minus. Same key we are using in Git bash also to decrease the font size. See. And if you are using mouse, we are having one more shortcut key. If you are using mouse, yes, we are having one more shortcut key. Like that, what is that? Yes, apply that control. Press in control. Yes, in mouse middle button. Scroll button is there now. Yes, you can move out. You can move in, zoom out. Automatically font size will increase and decrease. Now see. Now what we are doing that? Yes, now enter into the cloned repo. Now, yes, we are going to cloning the repository. We didn't clone it. Now we are going to cloning this repository. Which one we copied from GitHub. Now minimize this one. Yes, now apply that command. Git space clone space URL. You can paste it. Or if you are using Dell laptop, Shift plus insert. Who are using Dell laptop, you can apply that Shift plus insert button. Okay, the Shift insert button above to backspace. And who are using that some other HP or some other, yes, maybe some people are, yes, some laptops are, yes, you can observe that on 0. Insert option on 0 key. insert and 0 key, both are in one single key. Try to have the number lock, then you can apply the shift, insert, automatically it will paste it. Or else if you don't have that, yes, click that mouse right button, yes, apply that, see, shortcut key, paste. Now press enter. What we are doing, that we are going to cloning the repository. Guys, keep in mind, you should not forget, without internet we can't do this one. Keep in mind, without internet we can't do this one. Okay, now ll is the Linux command. ll mean long list. We'll discuss pure Linux we are going to using. We are going to taking Linux classes. Okay, don't worry about this one, but for this time try to understand. Now what we are doing, that, yes, ls mean list, ll mean long list. We'll discuss it. What is the difference between ls and ll, and we are having some other listing commands. We'll discuss later on that. Okay, for this time, so this is the clone repository from remote to local. From this time it's calling as a local repository. We need to be discussed, yes, in deep. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow, but for this time, cd DevOps, cd also command, cd also Linux command. Guys, keep in mind, very simple, easy to understand, which one is the Linux command, which one is the Git command. Whenever you are going to apply the first command Git in the command prompt in the terminal, keep in mind, once again, whenever you are going to apply the first command Git in the terminal, it's mean you are going to working with Git. We are going to working with Git. Whenever you are not applying Git, maybe that's related to another one. Whenever you are not going to applying that Git, it's mean maybe that related to another one. So maximum we are going to using Git commands and Linux commands in Git bash. We are going to using Git commands and Linux commands. First priority goes to Git, second priority goes to Linux. If you want to create a file, if you want to delete a file, if you want to rename a file, if you want to move the file one place to another place, or if you want to copy the file one place to another place, we should have operating system commands. We should use operating system commands. By the Git commands we can't. So that reason, what we are doing, that if you want to enter into the directory, or if you want to come out from the directory, or if you want to create the directory, or if you want to remove the directory, or if you want to create the file, if you want to delete the file, if you want to rename the file, or if you want to rename the directory, or if you want to move one place to another place, these all are the Linux commands, or these all are the operating system commands, either Windows or Linux or whatever. Either Windows or Linux. Windows and Linux both are operating system. Whenever you want to create this, yes, we should use operating system commands only. By default, we are getting from the operating system. Okay. Now what we are doing is, after cloning, we are entering into the directory. Guys, keep in mind, you need to follow, or you need to learn, or you need to keep in mind the terminology of the words related to all softwares. From this time, you don't call as a directory. From this time, in Git format, in Git version, as a Git user, you don't call as a directory after entering into the repository. Before entering into that, yes, now you can see. Now you can call as a directory, because it's the operating system format. But we know, yes, we know that that's a repository. Which one we clone from remote to local is calling as a repository. But the percentage priority goes to operating system side. In operating system manner, in operating system meaning we are calling as a directory or folder. In GA, we are calling as a folder. In CLI or in command line, we are calling as a directory. But once you enter into the directory, you don't call as a directory, you should call as a repository. Repository. Keep in mind. So I need to explain a little bit about this line. Okay, tomorrow I'll explain that. But today we will finish that formalities. We will finish that formalities. Some formalities are there. Okay, yes, after cloning, enter into the repository. After cloning, enter into the repository. Now configure the git user and mail ID. Why you want to configure? Keep in mind, generally in our life, wherever you go, okay, whenever you are moving one place to another place or one step to another step, we can see number of anonymous peoples, anonymous persons. Okay, a few peoples are maybe related to our known peoples. Yes, 99% we are seeing that unknown peoples, anonymous peoples. Just imagine it. You are staying on the road. Or beside road or something like that. If anyone calling you, yes, maybe you can respond them. First of all, maybe you can see little bit some exclamatory. Yes, who is he? Why he calling me? Okay, however, we can feel like that. Hi. Based on is talking or words. Yes, we can. Hi. May I know who are you? May I know who are you? Are we asking or not? Yes. Why we are asking that? May I know who are you? Because he is the anonymous person. Up to this second. Till this second, he is the anonymous person. So that reason we are calling. Who are you? Okay, fine. Today he is going to introducing about him. Okay, you are also introducing you. Okay, both are you introducing. Okay, next day, yes, same place you are going to meeting once again. Next day, third day, fourth day, you are going to again and again you are going to meeting. After few days or second day or third day, can you ask him who are you? No, we can't ask because we know already we are having some information about him. So that reason we can't repeat it. Who are you? It's me. Here also, Git should not accept anonymous person's data. Git should not accept anonymous data. Git should not accept without registration. You need to register. You need to say who are going to pushing the data. Who are going to pulling the data. First of all, we need to say that. Then only your commits will accept. Then only Git will accept your commits. Until that, it won't accept that. Okay, you can try in your mission. Now what I'm doing that, see, now I'll try to apply that. Yes, configure Git username and mail ID. Configure Git username and mail ID. Now I am going to configuring that. I want to say that. Yes, before that, try to create one file. Before configuring, yes, try to create one file. Yes, now I am going to creating one file. Yes, if you want to create a file, we should apply operating system commands. Now, touch is the command. It is used for to create one or more files It is used to create one or more files, but keep in mind, we can't insert the data. We can't insert the data while creating a file by using touch command. There is no chance to insert the data in the file while creating a file by using touch command. See now, touch Java, CPP, yes, Python, okay, .NET, DevOps. See how many files are here? Total 5 files are here. Now I'm going to creating 5 files at a time. See, now you can see complete all are 0, 0, 0. It's mean 0 size files. 0 size files. Forget about that readme.md. Forget about that readme.md. Yes, where is that a .NET file? We are seeing only 4 files, but we have created 5 files. Anyone can say? Can you say anyone? Who can say this? Who can say answer? Who are having that basic or intermediate or experienced peoples on Linux platform or Unix platform? They can say that. Because that hidden file, that's the hidden file, ls-a or ll space -a all. Now you can see. We need to be discussed about this one. It's important thing that yes, we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, but today we are going to fulfilling that first formalities, then we can go for deep dive. Okay, now see, just now we have created files. Just try to understand or try to see. I'll explain that tomorrow. Yes, now git add space DevOps, git status, the file located in, okay, another location. This is one location, there's another location. Now we are sending this file to another location, in third location. Now we are sending to third location. Yes, we will discuss that. What is that? How many types of locations are there? What are the names? Can we see or not? Yes, we will see. That is very important. From tomorrow, yes, very important concept and very interesting concept. Very interesting and very important. We can see that. Now, git commit -m any message. Yes, in my mission it's committed. In my mission it's committed. Due to what is the reason? Yes, keep in mind, who are going to installing in your mission first time, it should not accept. It should not accept. Without applying this one, git config -global. See, guys who are going to installing first time, who are going to applying this step, try to apply this command, git config -global space user.name space within the double quotes, try to apply username. Yes. Next one, git config -global, git config -global user.email, yes, mail ID. Yes. Who are going to using this git bash? Yes, Ravindra. Okay, and that mail ID. Now you can apply. Now you can commit it 100%. It accepted. Without first time, whenever you are going to installing first time in your mission after formatting your OS, yes, you should apply that first command, first these two commands before applying this command. Before applying this command, you should apply that one. Which one? Git config space -global space user.name Ravindra. Yes, we'll discuss upcoming classes. Why we want to configure? Is there any other commands to configure? Like that, we'll see later on that. We'll see later on that. Now, Just now what we did that, now we are going to pushing the files. Okay, yes, now try to, yes, see guys who are going to committing that, try to commit git status. Now git commit -m. Yes, already I have installed, so that reason by default is accepting that. Okay, if you are going to installing first time, yes, after applying that git config username mail id, then only you can commit. If you are not applying that git config, yes, it will ask you that, or it will tell that please tell me who you are. Please tell me who you are. If you are going to committing without configuring first time in your mission, it will ask that please tell me who you are.
Sir, it will work for any username and email ID,
yes,
or the
yes, any mail ID username. But whenever you are going to committing, whenever you are going to pushing first time, you have to say original user login, original GitHub login username and its password. That also first time, only one time. This git config also only one time. Need not to configure again and again. Whenever you are going to committing or whenever you are going to pushing, you need not to say that this is the one time, only one time configuration. One time configuration. And yes, whenever you are trying to pushing from your local to remote mission, that is also one time configuration. Need not to apply that username password again and again. Okay, now git commit -m space test message. You can, yes, we'll okay, I'll explain that why we want to apply this message, what is that -m, what is that commit, what is that git. Okay, these are very important commands. Okay, not to be discussed, yes, but we'll discuss from tomorrow. Okay, how much you want, yes, I'll tell you that. Okay, yes, now apply this one. Yes, we have committed. Now you can see git status. Out of 5 files, we are seeing only 2 files, but in the list we are seeing all files. See, .NET is there, CPP is there, .java is there, Java is there, DevOps is there, Python is there. What about readme.md? Yes, we got from the remote to local. While creating that repository, we have select a readme file. So that reason we got this file from remote to local. Forget about that one. Now concentrate on this one. Okay. Now, if you apply that git status command, yes, actually this is not right time, and I want to stop here. Okay, because if I continue, maybe we'll get a little bit confusion. But the last step, final step, what we are doing that still we are in the local mission. Whatever we did, transactions or whatever we did, okay, actions, these all are happen in the local mission. In the local mission. See, if you observe this one, yes, we don't have file C, just you can repress it. See. Okay. Okay. Just wait, yeah. Just wait. I'll back. Today also it happened like this.
Yes, sir, it's okay. You can understand.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Thank you.
will you show us what AWS technologies we will learn? Yesterday you said that you would explain us. Okay, thank you.